My name is Deontrai Simple, and I'm from Venice, California. Most of my time I spent it was on Westminster, 5th of Westminster. Well, I originally started off on Brooks. Like I stayed 2 years on Brooks, and then I moved from my mom's. We moved to my grandma's, and we stayed on my grandma's pretty much until I moved out. The thing that I'm most proud of from being from Venice, I would just say that I'm different. A lot of people come out here to experience Venice in a way. Motherfuckers flock out here. I feel like that's the best thing I could say is we different. My perception of Venice when I was a kid, I didn't travel outside of Venice a lot. But when I did, I could tell the difference. Like, you go to LA, you go to South Central, you could tell the difference. You could feel the vibe. Like, you got dogs and shit, you know what I mean, chasing you and all types of shit in LA. I mean, you had that at Venice at a certain period of time, but at one point in time, it just stopped. You didn't have to worry about no dogs chasing your ass. One of the craziest experiences I had in Venice was I got chased, bro, by some Mexicans. Chased me. I was young. I thought at that time I was doing everything right because I knew it was late, you know what I mean? I knew it was late, so I'm already cautious at that point. I'm on my way home, and I'm on a bike, and I kind of stumble, and then I stumble. Uh, I get on the bike again, and some Mexicans just come out of the apartment, banging on me and shit like that. I'm like 10 probably, you feel me? Banged on me and shit, and I was just like, I don't bang, just that and the other. And bro just like put out big ass guns, big ass, like, I don't know what it was, silver long, I don't know what the fuck it was. And just he's like, don't let me see you out here again. You know what I mean? Just like that. I get back on the bike, I scramble to my uncle's house, cause that's where I was coming from. It was right across the park. On my Gmall, y'all gotta come get me. I ain't going nowhere, you know what I mean? I was on California. You know how you come up California, it's right before you get to the stop sign where it's at now. And yeah, that shit was scary as fuck. I was young, bro.
So around the corner from Oakwood.
Yeah, pretty much, right around the corner. It was just crazy, cause I mean, nigga, young as fuck. I ain't no threat out here. Like, well, why you got? What the fuck you telling me this for? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a kid trying to get home, nigga.
Tell me what you learned from that lesson.
I just learned to stay cautious, just stay on my P's and Q's. That's kind of how I moved when I was living in Venice. Stay on my toes, cause at any given moment it can happen. Anything can happen to you, you know, because a lot of people was getting shot at or shot. You feel me? Just so happened was to be me, but I was still living in the area, so. I just learned to be real cautious.
How has Venice the same since you were a kid?
It's not the same. It's just not the same just because of the people who's not around. You go outside and you don't see people who you grew up with. You only see them on certain events or certain occasions. You don't go outside and see the same people that you grew up with. You go outside and see rich white people pretty much, or just white people in general. Like, there's no brown people in the community. They're pretty much gone. So I wouldn't say it's far from being the same. It's totally different. How many people live in the neighborhood that I grew up with? Shit, probably like one, bro, one or two. I know one on the top of my head.
Why do you think everybody's moved out of Venice that you grew up with?
I think people moved out of Venice just because either was offered a lot of money or they couldn't afford to pay Venice rent. Those are the only two options.
How's Venice different from when you were a kid?
Just based off the people who live in there. You don't have the blacks that really brought up Venice. You don't have them in Venice no more. Like, it's majority whites. Everybody got kicked out. It's not real culture how it was.
When did that change? Was it gradual? Was there a certain year?
It was gradual for sure. It probably changed like '09. A lot of things was going on. A lot of criminal activity as well. That kind of rushed it and like made it faster, speeded it up. I think the vibe in Venice is where it's at now because of social media. You know, a lot of promotion, a lot of activity that's going on at the beach, and a lot of people are attracted to what they see. You know, like if they see something everybody else flocking to, they gonna want to gravitate to it.
How do you perceive Venice right now as an adult?
There's a lot of opportunity out here for people. You know, if you're not like a doctor or a lawyer or somebody who has financial stability, not gonna be able to live out here, you feel me? Like, unless you get like a government assistance or something. But outside of that, you can't live out here. So I perceive it now as just like, it's bougie. Like, you got the beach and you got the culture at the beach, but that's pretty much the only place you're gonna get it at. You're not gonna get it past Abercrombie, you feel me? Like how you would before, or how it was before. I perceive it now as just very bougie.
Like them glasses?
Nah, these glasses ain't bougie. These just low-key fly. I would say one of my best experience that I had at Venice, I know one of them was with y'all for sure, when we was at Brad's. We went to Brad party. That was the time of my life, I swear to God. I'll never forget that. It was like 10 or 9. Yeah, it's rooftop, man. Penthouse, sweet. You know what I mean? Right on the beach, on Brook. Like, literally right on the rooftop. You could see the whole beach. The only thing was missing was like a pool or some shit. We had a pool up there. That shit would be cool. Yeah, that shit's sweet, bro. Take the elevator to the top. Player shit. And we went there once. And it was a crazy party, bro. I had to lie to my grandma to get there and shit. It was just crazy. And once I got there, it was just, I was so young and it was a crazy experience, but it was music, vibes. And that was a great vibe. That's what Venice was Venice. Subscribe, man.
What is it? GV Local.